G'day and welcome to Supreme Commander Forged Alliance. All here in the third round of the COVID-19 versus Humanity tournament organised by Millenwise for Australia New Zealand players with a few extra ring-ins. Today we have, this third game, we have a 7v7. We have the forces of the Cybran nation down here, Comsci, Boxeroo, ProjectZero, Fergus, not in his traditional red because someone's already stolen that, Fluke, Millenwise, DaGingah in his traditional orange, and Angel of Death in light grey. Up here at the top for Humanity we have Arran going Seraphim, Judahx going his traditional UEF, adamkaban going UEF, Stek going Aeon, I think I'd recognise them by now, King Wee, the humorously named, also going Aeon, My Dog Abe going UEF, and Saipier going UEF. So we've got one Seraphim, mostly UEF, and two air players going Aeon, which is a wise choice. Heading out now to take that big field of reclaim in the middle. You have three players inbound. Angel of Death coming up as well for the Cybrans, and DaGingah possibly moving up, then making some factories in a forward position. So we're going to speed up a little to start with, just to get things rolling. We're going to see a lot of action along this horizontal axis here, plenty of little run pasts and places to defend. A bit of an early raid from Angel of Death looking for an engineer has been sniped by those commanders, and kind of a nice idea, but really engineers aren't going to do much here. And Angel of Death now facing not one, not two, but possibly three commanders. How will he go? A bit of reclaiming here, but then are they going to focus in on Angel of Death? They've hoovered up most of the mass. Millenwise coming up to defend, but we've now got a 3-on-1 with Angel of Death. That really doesn't look good for him. He's not going to survive this one. He's just literally got nowhere to go. He cannot run away from those three commanders. They will easily just strip his health out, and there he goes. And that's the first ejection of the game at 4 minutes. So Boxeroo says cheese, but it's not cheesy if it works, and that's the problem here. We have Arran as well in, and Sir Thomas having moved up as well. So that's a very commanding position for the UEF in that forward position. Millen aiming to get the gun upgrade. DaGingah pushing those units away here. We have Saipier moved up and trying to get an early position here, but he's probably well forward of any radar, and he probably doesn't know that he has a force just on his doorstep there. This area for Judahx is looking a little more promising. He's got DaGingah's mobile scout there, keeping an eye on him. So that will give away, and looks like an attack ping has gone down there. Maybe Judahx is going to be attacked. Meanwhile, the four commanders here are probably going. We've got 2 commanders going this way. Can they get another attack on to push another commander out? We have Comsci retreating. Is he going to be able to hold up those other commanders? Looks like My Dog Abe is not committing to the attack, and Comsci is probably going to get away with some forces from Millenwise being brought in as well. Adamkaban going for an upgrade in a very exposed position, but probably worth it. And backed up by Arran here. Meanwhile, DaGingah has sent a force in. Looks like he's going to make a real inroad on Arran's base up here. We've got some Ilshava being produced here, but that will be way too late. That T1 force will probably wipe out most of the resources in his base there, and Arran will probably have to retreat in the face of that. Where is Arran's commander? Can't find him right this minute. So, meanwhile, Fluke coming up, making a bit of an inroad up here. DaGingah also pushing in. Are they going to try and take on Judah? DaGingah definitely has superior numbers here. A few gunships being brought in to try and quell DaGingah's forces there. We've got a stealth com for Boxer, and Saipier has T2, but it looks like he's pretty much outnumbered here. Is he going to get? Yes, he's going to get both drones. Kind of interesting, but really not going to get far against this now very superior number. We've got Sir Thomas going for gun, sending forces east over there. Meanwhile, we've got a few gunships taking out the last remainder of DaGingah's raid up here. Arran's base having been pretty much completely wiped out, and there's his commander more or less doing nothing. Saipier still trying to defend his position here, taking out some taking out some forces, may be able to take on the rest of that T1 spam. But with Medusas in the mix, that probably won't go very well. Millenwise forced to retreat. He's got 5 gunships on him. Fergus's air force comes in to try and take them out. He's also got Sir Thomas's force, and he's got backup from Fergus, so that doesn't look like it's going to be successful. But both of these players, considering their options and not moving forward as fast as perhaps they would like. My Dog Abe going for T2. DaGingah and Fluke setting down gun almost simultaneously completing. DaGingah going for stealth as well. Probably going to try and take on Judah next. And looks like Saipier has been forced back to this forward position. Let's see what he makes of it from there. So Thomas moving back a bit now with the gun. Can he take out any of this army from Comsci? Doesn't look like he's really going to get in range. He's getting a good couple of kills there, so that will do good for his veterancy. He's on over 1700 now. And here's that run by from Fluke. We have King Wiwi's gunship being brought in, but against those Sky Slammers, it's really not going to have a good day. Fluke retreating though, even though he's got the gun and most of Judah's forces have been driven back. Judah with the Zeph amp here, so he will hold his own versus a single commander. So Thomas under retreat from Boxeroo. Boxeroo trying to get some forces in from Comsci behind him. So Thomas and adamkaban and some pillars from My Dog Abe will probably clean that up while Sir Thomas escapes. Now Saipier has set himself up with a bit of a fire base. We've got a run by coming up here. Can that be deflected? What gunships do we have? We've got a bomber out to try and take care of a bit of raiding. That's making its way back, and that could prove very nasty for Saipier. Can he get a gun PD online before they start to do most of the damage? Looks like they're going to take out that energy storage, and never build your energy storage next to your hydrocarbons, because energy storage is volatile and it will take it all out, and that will disappoint everyone involved. Fluke having made good progress here and now decimating Judah's base. Judah coming in with an ACU here to try and at least stop some of the damage. Judah's paused most of his production, but most of that is probably going to be taken out, and Judah being forced to retreat there. We've got a few more bombers, but they are not going to survive Millenwise Air Force. So looks like a fairly static position here now. A few troops from adamkaban, Adam and My Dog Abe setting up here, being targeted by missiles, and a forward fire base being set up here, trying to get a shield online there. DaGingah and Fluke moving forward here. This looks very dangerous. What are they going to do? We've got a single raid being taken out there. We've got a few mercies being assembled up here by Steck. That's a lovely move. Could he take out the almost completely unprotected DaGingah? He does have Sky Slammers near him though, so that's not going to last, and that Spectre isn't going to last very long either. Arran bringing in some THAMs. DaGingah retreating under what is an inferior force, really. He might be fearing this Spectre. Does he get the... do we get the... Ooh, he does get the... wow, that's really punished DaGingah. DaGingah just gets a veterancy in very... right at the right time, and manages to fend off the rest of the aerial attack, but that was very close. Unfortunately, one more mercy would have done it, but just not enough in the right location. Can they bring in some more? We've got Vipers trying to attack this central firebase here. Are those... We've got 1 and 2 taking out Fluke. DaGingah just being a little further away, not finding a good target though, so both commanders being forced to retreat. Fluke having some good defense here. Are we going to see some forces take out these Vipers here? We've got a bit of a fire base being put down here, getting some layers of defense to protect against possible attack on that side. Good fire base going down here, and both... no, My Dog Abe is at Tech 3, so he can get Ravagers. Can he get enough? He's going to go all out and get a Ravager out in the open. We've got a line of attack missile defense to protect that. If he can get that down, that's going to make it very difficult for this central position to get anywhere. Good solid defense there. Nano repair going up on Judah, and we've got Fluke feeling confident in a good position. He's got anti-air on the ground. He's got forces around him. He's not being pressured by other commanders or forces, so he feels like he can go for the T2 upgrade there. Got a few bits of spam coming in to try and what I'm suspecting, yeah, they're just on a patrol order. It's possible that they're aiming to, I don't think Mantis can reclaim. They can repair, but I don't think they can reclaim. And now we have, looks like that first Ravager is up. We're going for a SAM, and that looks like an excellent fire base here. That's going to put a lot of pressure on Millenwise's front fire base. They've got forces backing them up. They've got enough air defense to take out any air attack. Where is Fluke going? Fluke is getting T2 point defense there. Got a bit of a push from Arran to try and take out this T1 spam. He is up against rhinos and flak, so that will be a hard push. We've got a problem with the shield is down on the firebase. Can we get enough TAC missile defense? Is it going to do enough to protect them? They're getting another shield down. Is that shield going to be on in time? Looks like those Ravagers are really doing their job there. And we've got a great push here from Saipier, taking about a large amount of T1 spam. Artillery coming in and decimating the rest. That looks pretty successful, but where is it going to go? We've got Boxeroo is well defended here. He's got shielding, he's got TAC missile defense, he's got radar. He is probably proof against most of the artillery from that side. Millenwise's base being decimated by those Ravagers and by some pillars and a flapjack being brought in. DaGingah feeling pretty confident out in the central corridor there. Fluke getting a shield up online. We've got an Ilshava hopefully pecking away at a few Mantis here, looking for a few easy kills. And we've got a point defense here online for Arran, but it doesn't really look like it can get very far. It's making a bit of progress. Fluke's Cerberus turrets are well within range though, so that probably is going to mean he has to pull back. We've got a Strat Bomber taking out that point, that TAC missile defense, and being called away. We've got a Air Force being assembled to try and reef that in. Judah doing pretty much nothing up here with a gun comm with shields that could probably easily take out this base given with a little side raid like this, but instead he's retreating. Why? Answers in the comments section. Millen still trying to hold this place now with mobile defenses, hoping to keep them moving to stop the Ravagers from being quite so effective, and another bomber being brought in here to try and take out some of that, and a second, while the shields were down, Fluke being hit by one strategic bomber. Do we see any more? Not yet. Looks like Fergus here is probably going to clean up most of the air up that up that left side. Got a larger force being brought in here. Where is it going? Is it going to try and take on this Looks a bit haphazard, and now it's being brought back. So we've got good PD in the center here, we've got good shielding, we've got forces backing them up, we've got a number of engineers building extra mass, and the artillery wars, we've got a forward artillery here trying to do a bit more damage and get a bit more inside Boxer's base, but that's going to be taken out by the large amount of T2. And now we've got a collection of bricks here that could really make life difficult. Got some Sparkies out to do a bit of reclaiming. Hoovering up that mass is pretty important, and there's a lot of it about there. Meanwhile, Judah is putting up lots of defensive lines here to stop any cheeky run-bys. Got some more artillery still trying to get any purchase, and we've got a trebuchet moving forward. Ooh, with a deceiver. That is going to be very nice indeed. That's going to have excellent forward vision. They've got a T2 radar down there, but Saipier will just not be able to see that at all. Let's see what Saipier can see. And he knows that's there, but he does not know that he has an artillery right there, and he's just going to keep on trying to attack that base there. A bit more scouting over here on that right side would be effective, but this is what it's all great when you've got the observer's point of view. So, Fluke in a good position at full health. He's got good defenses. He's doing his best, picking away at that those T1 point defenses of Judah, but it's probably not going to be much. And we've got a really nice line of mobile missile launchers here to really test out those zappers. How much is Fluke going to get done? The bricks are being brought in. Saipier, I think, thought he could get a bit of work done out in the open there, and doesn't look like that's going to be successful. The bricks stalling and deciding to retreat. Got a lovely little run by Unilsheva, taking out some mass extractors and being taken out in turn by a Corsair, and we have mobile T3 artillery being met by what looked like T3 artillery. I was probably wrong, but trebuchets in there and making life difficult. Here's that push on the right side for Boxeroo, trying to make some progress. Can he get anything? We've got some excellent backup here by Sir Thomas, who's brought forces in that will probably be able to take out those bricks, combined with that point defense there. That fire base in the center is still looking good, even though there's two trebuchets trying to hit it. And Fluke now being hit by strategic bombers. He's got restorers on him. They're being gradually picked off by the flak. We've got more strategic bombers coming in. Fluke is the next to go. That's not good for the COVID-19 team. That's 2 down, and that leaves a big that what was previously very well defended there is now looking considerably weaker, and DaGingah is really going to have to work hard to keep that plugged. Let's see how he does. We've got a little set of Spectres in here being brought in. They're probably going to have some problems with the interceptors, but a lovely force from Steck comes in and wipes them out. and hopefully now that artillery position there has been spotted, it won't, as long as you can see it, you'll be able to target it, but as soon as you're relying on radar, you're not going to get very far. We just had a momentary blink of shields down for Boxeroo, and that shielding went down. Millenwise and ProjectZero making a concerted push here against some Titans, which are really going to punish this T2 force here, combined with Ravagers at varying distances, so they've got plenty of time to target things. The shielding is holding up. That first front shield is down. They're still attacking. That's looking like it's being backed up by forces from Comsci. What is going to happen here? How much are they going to get done? They're holding still. That's going to make it easier for them to be targeted. Are we going to see any more progress? Is that this heroic Ravager here going to be taken out? Looks like it's still struggling. We've got a Corsair snipe from that was ProjectZero doing terrible damage to the shielding here. Got a mobile shield trying to back them up, and some Percivals from Sir Thomas come in and drive the rest of that force back. So that has managed to hold on by the skin of its teeth. We've got Boxer out there hoovering up the mass as fast as he can. Sir Thomas has the same idea. Are they going to try and reclaiming each other? Yes, they are. A little defensive move there. Are they going to realise they've got a second? No, they are not. We're going to see the rest of those hoovered up by that little one engineer. I reckon engineers should get veterancy somehow. Okay, Arran now looking a lot more positive about his situation, bringing in forces on the left and starting to harass DaGingah's position here. We've got a Monkey Lord out. Millen deciding not to push. Is he going to make a push for it? We've still got those trebuchets now, all wonderfully named by Millenwise's naming mod. And my dog Abe has an experimental. It is a fat boy. Okay, let's see what he can do with this. That is going to provide excellent long-range courage. It will be this equal range to a trebuchet, if I remember correctly. So that will make their life difficult, and it's just sheer rate of fire is going to make it very difficult to take this position. Let's see how my dog Abe manages to control that. We've got a run by here. Arran getting a run by into the back of Ginger's base. Looks like it's done a bit of damage. No, that was Fluke's base before, so that's not damage this run by has done. DaGingah coming in to try and take that out, and Fergus backing it up with some heavy T3 gunships. Okay, the fat boy on the front line now raining down fire and destruction on Comsci's base. Can it target? And quite wisely, my dog Abe is reversing that back. Remember, fat boys can shoot in all directions. He's got restorers in to guard it. They have excellent anti-air defense as well. We've got a Cougar just in case. We've got two Monkey Lords on full health, but Millen is going to retreat them, possibly unwisely. It's hard to tell at this stage, but notice beautiful little small backup move there, keeps it moving in the right one direction rather than turning and wasting time trying to retarget the guns. And it is going to be brought in here to basically kill off all of those. And we have, that was not a strategic nuke, that by my guess was a Billy nuke, a tactical nuke, and yes, Judah has nuke capability. He is building more. That's going to make life very difficult for DaGingah down here. He's going to have to get, remember, you can fend off Billy nukes with tactical defense. They will do a small amount of damage, but not nearly as much as if they hit. But still, that's going to make it very difficult for forces trying to move forward here. The Fat Boy is now opening up 3 guns, mostly clipping into that mountain there, but the bit of fire that is getting across is doing some damage to Comsci's forward base. Looks like a bit of a scouting pass got easily knocked down. We've still got those 2 Monkey Lords there, and a considerable air force now for our 2 air players, who have a couple of support ACUs out as well, bringing them down possibly onto the front line. We've got the Monkey Lords ready to set up shop here, that will pretty much comfortably take out these Ilshava. Are they going to be able to, are they going to attack? Yes, they are. We've got Fergus bringing in, and now the major air battle with Fergus and ProjectZero versus King Wiwi and Stek's Air Force. Stek making a run for it. King Wiwi and ProjectZero is still battling it out. King Wiwi's still targeting those Monkey Lords. One goes down. A second Billy nuke goes down. Notice that that Zapper is just not quite in range. There's a third Billy nuke going up here. Let's see where it's going. Is it going to be able to hit something useful, or is it just going to land in open space? Where is it going? Looks like it's going to be able to get to Millenwise's forward base and do some damage on the structures there. So that's already proving itself very very useful. Judah being attacked and now trying to get away from those whalers. The Air Force being brought in behind them. Is that going to save him? He's got a bank of flyers there, and that's probably going to take them out, and they retreat just in time to be shot down by Stek's Air Force. So, a war of artillery going on in the middle here. We've lost that. Unfortunately, we lost that Fat Boy, but we've lost it inside My Dog Abe's base, so that will prove some beautiful, beautiful reclaim. And now the Restorers are going to work on a possible raid there. The left is now looking much stronger. Looks like the artillery here, and then the support ACUs just throwing down a flyer, throwing down a second one, no problem at all. And not having any trouble defeating that little attempt at a counter-attack there. So we've got a lot of Percivals. That's going to put a lot of pressure on this side of Boxeroo's base. Corsairs coming in to try and attack. We've got another attack nuke further pressuring Millenwise's base. He's got some zappers online. I don't think that did much damage there. It's probably more for show than anything. We have Millenwise's Monkey Lord here now being brought in on this side, still in good health, and this force of Percival's forced to retreat. Support ACUs. There's another attack nuke, and DaGingah is not happy about that one. He's really really finding it difficult to get past those nukes, and Judah is probably building them as fast as he can now on that would look 5 vets. That's a very healthy commander. We've still got forces here, the Monkey Lord under shielding, but it's very badly damaged. Can the combination of support commanders and Percival's take it down? It looks like it's going to be very, very close. We've got bricks in to do more damage, and the Monkey Lord retreats with 2,000 health. So that's the end of that raid, but that has done a lot of damage at that front line. Comsci trying to defend here. We've got another fat boy online for my dog Abe, and that's working its way slowly but surely inwards. A few scouts sent off in a random pattern to go around and round and round we go. See what we can see. What's going on with the players back here? We've got a nuke launcher here, which is nearly complete on a strategic missile. Do we have any strategic missile defense? I'm not seeing some. I suspect, Millenwise, you disappoint me. You don't have any strategic missile defense. Not that I can see anyway. So that's going to be a very interesting question. Where is that going to target? The fat boy now able to reach the front of Comsci's base. We have a defense satellite in for Sir Thomas, and there's the strategic launch. Where is that going? It's targeted right at Comsci. Comsci in the middle of an upgrade. I think he might be trying to get a strategic missile defense online, but that is in no way going to be fast enough, and he's not going to be able to move out of the way in time. Comsci is going to take it like a virus, not moving, not giving an inch, and away he goes. The real COVID-19 does not move for any nuke, and Comsci, goodbye cruel world. So now with three players down on the virus team, more Billy nukes being brought in on the left hand side to reduce DaGingah's forces. That fat boy now well in range of Boxeroo. Look at those restorers just absolutely shredding those gunships. The defense satellite back here doing damage to the power and mass. Always better to focus on power rather than mass. A lovely large array of Cerberus turrets, but I don't think that's going to do anything. We've got more Billy nukes here, and I should probably move down to real time. It'd make it easier to do the commentary. Some Othams with some good shielding being brought in. There's another Billy Nuke. Is DaGingah going to notice and try moving that around? Probably not. No, he looks like he's just able to get that out of the way. Probably did minimal damage there. We've got the Fat Boy able to do a lot of damage. ProjectZero's loyalists just being shredded by those restorers, and now the combination of the defense satellite and the restorers just coming in and obliterating the ion reactor, and finally going after Boxeroo, whose shield is down and taken out by the excellent restorers of King Wee Wee. We've got another strategic missile coming for, I think that was a strategic missile. Don't think it was a attack nuke, but I didn't hear the ping, so well, we'll see how that works. So that's 4 down. We've got Fergus, Millen, and ProjectZero and DaGingah here. This is an 8v8 actually, not a 7v7. What am I saying? Looks like Millenwise is going for the laser. He is desperate to have some plan here. His shielding is going down, trying to get all of the build capacity he can on it. This force of Othams is being attacked by a force of loyalists and bricks retreating in the face of that withering fire. We've got some Percivals, we've got another Fat Boy on for Saipier. Maybe that's just sitting there because it hasn't cancelled or something. It's possible that he's just targeted it before it's actually able to fire. So let's see how that goes. Millen now getting the teleport, going for a telemaser. His Spiderbot is being hunted down and destroyed by restorers, and the Fat Boy there maneuvering around trying to make progress. DaGingah's base is gradually giving in. We've got a support ACU here. We've got 2 Fat Boys focusing in on Millenwise's force. Is he going to get this teleporter done in time? Let's see what he can do. It's going to be a third question, is he going to actually be able to teleport anywhere? So looks like we've also got plenty of mass here to hoover up. The Tech 2 engineers being brought in to get lots of lovely reclaim. Millen at 50, 48, 49, 50% teleporter, but the forward reaches of his base are now, he's begging for energy. He's got mass coming in from Fergus, but I don't think that's what Millenwise needs right now. He's 65%. We've got Arran's forces here mostly stalled as they're trying to make progress into DaGingah's base. The Fat Boy from Saipier coming in. Millen at 76%. We've got a strategic bomber out for ProjectZero, but that's fairly quickly taken out. And Thomas's Air Force, there's another Billy Nuke. Looks like DaGingah gets a Monkey Lord, but the TAC Nuke takes that out. 95%, nearly done on that teleporter. Can he get it done? No, oh no, he cancels it at 96%. Oh, that must be crushing for Millenwise there. And he's targeted by those fat boys. There's no escape there. My dog Abe collects the kill there. ProjectZero just being obliterated by Restorer Fire. And now they're going to hunt down DaGingah. DaGingah hoping that he can hide behind the rock there. It's just probably not going to do very much, and its forward base is going to be hit by a strategic missile. We've got Millenwise a bit salty in the chat there, and DaGingah's commander finally being hit by those restorers. And they seem more intent on obliteration than anything. His nuke comes in, probably going to do more friendly fire than anything. Takes out all of those forward casualties from Arran, but that's DaGingah as well. And that is a victory for humanity. So good news, folks. According to the excellent and completely infallible prediction of a series of 3 games organised by Millenwise, humanity will eventually triumph over COVID-19. But that makes you feel better. Hope you enjoyed this one and hope to hear from you soon. Have fun. Bye.